Covering all conversation, from dating to getting revenge on your exes. This is Talking Points with Shabazz Davis on World Improv Network.
Oh, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you. Welcome to Talking Points with Shabazz Davis. My name is Jerome Carmichael, filling in for Shabazz today, who's off getting his turtle waxed. I hope that's not a euphemism, Shabazz. Now, there are many reality shows on TV, and they only seem to be growing in their weirdness. One of the ones that makes me most uncomfortable will be the subject of today's show, the show Naked and Afraid. So I have, we have some fans in the audience. We have with us today one of the producers of Naked and Afraid, Mr. Clark Garbo. Clark, welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Great to be here. It's a great show. I mean, you can watch it every Sunday night at 8 to 9 o'clock on Discovery Channel. Oh. Naked and Afraid, guys. Naked and Afraid.
Okay. And joining us is one of the participants from that show, Mr. Steves Krieger. Steves, welcome to the show.
Yes, sup.
Now, Steves, I want to get right into this.
Hit me.
You had one of the more unique experiences on the show.
Yeah.
Really stuck with viewers in their minds. And could you, for those of us who aren't familiar, could you fill us in on what happened there?
Well, you know, it was like real rad when I first got dropped off. You know, it was like, I had this cool jam in my head and I was sitting there just jamming out to some old King Diamond. You ever listen to that? Old glam metal?
Nope.
Oh, yeah,
Nope,
man.
It
was solid in my brain though. So I was like, Dad landed all naked. Not necessarily afraid because I'm all jacked up. You know, I just stuck some roids in my butt beforehand. So I had nothing but adrenaline, you know.
Yeah, you are a big man.
Yeah. Come from big jeans.
Oh.
Yeah, my mother's Samoan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Explains all the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So you're jamming out to King Diamond.
Yeah.
And, then, shall we say, things took a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, it had to do with your partner.
Yeah.
The late, Marissa, Snar, who, may she rest in peace.
Yeah, she was murdered. Murdered by a bear.
Yes. Which you witnessed.
I witnessed, and then I fought him once the cameras were off. I totally got after that bear as that Samoan side came out. Because on the Samoa Islands, we got a lot of bears.
And throughout all of this, you were not afraid.
Never. Not once. Nuh-uh.
Fascinating.
No.
Now, Mr. Garbo, your show has come under fire for, well, frankly, the death of one of its participants.
Well, yeah, you know, Naked and Afraid, everyone. Sunday, 8 o'clock tonight, 8 to 9 o'clock, Discovery Channel. First and foremost, when Mr. Garbo, applied for the show, we have a very rigorous application process. We want to make sure that these people like being naked, and more importantly, we want to be afraid. Because it has to translate over into the TV audience, right? Otherwise, the show doesn't work. Otherwise, there's just a bunch of naked voyeurs out there. People spying on each other, sitting there having some kind of picnic. That's not what we were doing.
Now, as we established, though, Steve's not afraid at all.
No, we realized
the entire...
that after the fact when we started filming, we dropped him in a location. And I think the problem was he was maybe a little bit, shall we say, modest in his application about how afraid he is about these things. And when he decided essentially what you didn't see is he confronted the bear. The bear was doing its own thing. Steve just shot his steroids in his butt. He got really excited, and he thought, well, you know what? I'm going to prove to this really beautiful girl. Marissa was gorgeous. And
absolutely.
We could tell that the flirtatious behavior started right on the airplane. By the time we dropped him off up in Alaska, instantly you could see that Steve was kind of working towards that. Naked and Afraid, everyone, by the way, Sunday, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on Discovery Channel.
Yeah, we will plug that after the interview.
And so we could see right away he was trying to impress Marissa. But what happened was he agitated the bear. He started poking the bear in the belly with a stick full of honey. The bear wanted to eat the honey. Steve said, psych. He pulled it back. Not. Finally, the bear attacked, and the bear ran after the easy person that had another stick of honey, which was Marissa.
Now, Steve's, some people claim that you are responsible for Marissa's death. Do you feel any of that?
Nah.
None.
You know, if she would have known how to fight a bear like I did, then she wouldn't have died. You know, it was like they put her on the show Naked and Afraid and like, can you survive? And like her answer was no. Like, you know, everyone assumes the answer is going to be yeah. But, you know, this one was a no.
Yeah, we had to put her on the air. She was so hot. She was so hot that we kind of let the casting process slide a little bit for her. She's former Miss June Playboy Bunny.
Well, now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Garbo, this sounds like the second time that you have really sort of let the casting process it was a weak casting process. You didn't...
Weak? Saying weak? That wasn't good TV. We're sitting here talking about it. You know, it can't be that bad.
Look how big Steve is over there.
Yeah, look.
He actually ended up beating the bear and surviving for 21 days on bear meat alone.
And very impressive. And you've developed quite a following because of that.
Yeah. Thank you.
But what I'm really seeing here, Mr. Garbo, and Steve's really, is the show you advertised as one thing, and you seem to be presenting
Discovery Channel, everyone, every Sunday 8 to 9.
We will cover that at the end. Now, you're presenting this as a safe reality show that you take care of your contestants, and here it sounds like you don't really care about them. Not taking care of Steve's true level of fear, not assessing that properly.
Well, but I think like hers made up for it. Like she was real scared.
Yeah, she
was super scared,
and clearly rightfully so.
Well, so I was more naked. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but Steve is actually right. He was a super survivor. Where Marissa was, when the bear came and she had that stick of honey in her hand, she put her head literally in the leaves, taking the ostrich style of survival. If you can't see the enemy can't see you. Easy pickings for the bear. I mean, the bear shredded her limb to limb with a matter of 25 seconds.
And I think
she was hot.
That actually
so
is...
Naked and Afraid, everyone. Sunday, 8 to 9 on Discovery Channel.
One more time, Mr. Garbo, and we will shut off your mic.
I apologize. So excited to talk about this great show. And the fact that, look at Steve. He's an absolute specimen of a man.
Oh, absolutely.
And what he did to that bear. I mean, Alaskan Kodiak bear is not easy to dispatch of. With your bare hands. Matter of fact, I think it's the first time it's ever been done.
Maybe so. But, Steves, I really want to delve into one moment. And I want to get into your head.
Okay.
And I want to know what was happening.
Yeah.
You have the bear. You're poking it with a stick of honey. It becomes enraged. You then put the stick of honey into Marissa's hand.
Yeah.
What is your thought process at that moment?
Hand off.
Oh, that's it. Just, I don't need this or want this anymore.
It's like a quarterback, you know. It was like, hey, you in the game too. Like, that was kind of the ball, you know. Yeah.
So, okay, audience. Very, very pro Steve's audience.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ashamed of this audience. No. So you thought she would want the stick?
Well, she signed up for the shows.
Well, yes, but how well had you gotten to know Marissa?
Oh, real well.
Oh,
yeah. There's some things we can't show.
Well,
yeah.
Oh,
she didn't just slide through casting, you know.
They had an intimate moment the night that they landed, to be honest with you, but we didn't show that. We want to do that in the unedited version, which is going to be on HBO, everyone, 4 to 5 o'clock on Tuesday afternoons, now, unedited, Naked and Afraid.
Oh, that's a loophole.
It was HBO.
But one more time on that. And,
I apologize, Mr. Carmack. I swear I apologize.
Now, and actually, that raises a question for me. Why don't you show that? Show the love. I want to see the love. I don't want to see a woman get torn apart limb from limb by a bear.
Well, I mean, it didn't look much different on camera, you know. We were rough and ready on there. It's definitely HBO late night material.
Well, Mr. Carmichael, what cable provider do you have? Who provides your television?
I have Comcast.
Comcast. So it only costs you $19 a month to sign up for HBO on a monthly basis. You can then watch it every Tuesday from...
You're missing the heart of my question here, Clark.
I apologize. Go ahead.
The show, you have sensationalized the violence of poor Marissa's death instead of sensationalizing the beautiful love between this specimen of a man and this specimen of a woman. Really, maybe two of the physically peak members of our society.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I loved her.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just like raw animal instinct. It wasn't like love or romantic or anything like that.
Oh, so there was no real emotional connection between the two of you?
Well, I mean, it depends on your definition of emotion,
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay.
You ever been emotional with a woman?
Yes, I've been
Oh,
very
really?
emotional.
Okay. I wouldn't have guessed.
My wife and I have a togetherness cry walk every Saturday night.
Yeah, okay. Does that mean something else besides you just cry and walk?
No, that's exactly. We talk about our weeks and the things that we have between us that maybe aren't the best. And,
all right. Low self-esteem couple. All right. Not in my book.
Okay.
Mr. Carmichael, I would have to say, however, if you want to apply for the show, you sound like you'd be a perfect candidate. Matter of fact, we could have, for the first time ever, a couple that knows each other. We could have you and your wife on the show if you'd like.
Yeah.
Here, I've audition forms right here. If you just fill them out, I can fast track that and see what our casting producers would say. Here, why don't you fill that out?
Wow. I think
21 days, exotic place in the world somewhere.
Audience, is this something you? Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I'll be more than happy to give this a shot. I assume my wife will be into it, and I think this is a wonderful opportunity to maybe present a different side of Naked and Afraid. Wow. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Steve's, it was great to meet you.
Yeah.
You're quite the person. Not sure that I like you, but it's been nice. And Clark, I have mixed feelings about your show, but I look forward to it. And audience, you can see my wife and I on some future Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central on the Discovery Channel.
That's correct.
And maybe check us out on HBO at 4 Central, 5 Eastern on, was that Saturdays, I believe?
For Tuesdays, actually.
Tuesdays.
And that's the uncut version. So if you and your wife want to have a very nice episode in Tahiti, Naked and Afraid TV.
My wife and I actually practice tantric weeping lovemaking.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, we will put it out there.
Oh, perfect. You might have the highest rated season yet.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you both. And America, that is the talking point.
Give the Windcast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or the KZKO Wind blog during the commercial break of what issues the Wind counselors can help you with during Good, Bad, Ugly. Next on KZKO. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with another exciting segment for Win on KZKO The Vibe.